Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live plan with me. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. And if you are here on the replay, then say hi. I want to kick off today's live plan with me with an announcement. This will be the last live plan with me for the next month and a half, I want to say, maybe almost 2 months. There's a few reasons for that. The biggest reason being is that I am going to be doing sort of a summer break from live plan with me's on the main channel, in part because of just needing to step away for a bit, but also just in part because I've got some traveling coming up and I want to be a little safe for my family. However, patrons will still get access to live plan with me's during the month of July. It's just, I will be putting videos out on there'll still be a video on Sundays. They just won't be live plan with me's until, I want to say the third week of August. So that's just, I wanted to bring that up. Next weekend I'm taking off because of Pride, but then I decided to go ahead and go with this. So just letting you know. But like I said, I will still be posting videos on Sundays as well as Tuesdays and Thursdays. There still will be 3 things a week. It just won't be live for, I don't know, 7 or 8 weeks. All right. I also see everybody is talking about heat in the comments. It has been hot here. Today's not as bad. Today it's only 82, but like the last couple of days, it's been close to 100. I'm actually wearing a sweatshirt, but it's because the basement is just a little chilly today. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but then underneath it, I'm just wearing shorts and a tank top. And as soon as I go upstairs, it's like the sweatshirt goes flying. So yeah. Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you all in the comments. I'm so sorry for those of you who are dealing with super high heat. I also made the boo-boo. I set up my weekly reflections. I haven't done that yet, but I set it up for this week and then went and set it up for this upcoming week and then wrote my weekly actions for this upcoming week on so I'm going to have to swap these two because these are the last 2 weeks in this planner, and I will have a setup video of my new planner coming soon, so just stay tuned for that. Anyway, because this is Denver Pride Week, I'm very excited. I am using this set. This is one of the little bits, like sets that I got from the Cricut Paper Co. Cricketmas this last year. And I love these colors. I think this would be really fun to do for Pride Week. But I also realized this may not be enough stickers or like enough variety of stickers. So I brought all of the washi tapes that came with the Cricketmas so that I'd have some washi, because they'll also match this to go with that. I also grabbed this other set of stickers from the same Cricketmas kit because they're similar colors in case I need to pull from these. I even have this July mystery kit. I used this in a previous plan with me, but there's still plenty of extra stickers from Fern Creek Stickers. Is this Fern Creek? Yes. And then I have a binder full of like rainbow colored options from Chrissy Ann Design. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff to pull from if I need it. But I want the base of it to be these iridescent Cricut Paper Co. stickers because they are so pretty. So I am going to get going. And we'll start working on that. Ooh, your sister loved Denver Pride? That's good to know. This will be our first time going. And I don't imagine we're supposed to like stroll in the 5K. We'll see how everybody's feeling. However, I do want to at least go and see the exhibits and like the booths and everything. The Pride that we have spent the most time at in the last decade has been Bend Pride in Oregon, because it seems like for a number of years, our trip that we would make to see my sister in Bend would coincide with Pride. And so we would go to the Bend Pride because like her church would have a booth there and everything else. So, and that was always fun. But this year we're excited to go to Denver. I'm going to use this down here. I'm not going to try and like match up colors on specific days because that is just way more work than I want to deal with. And then what I'll do is I'll use this one up here because this one I'm going to be putting the date covers on top of, and I didn't want to cover up the rainbows because I really think they're pretty. They're so pretty. Oh, I forgot. I've got the kitten cam going. Let me get that up for you all. So we got the kitten cam working. He is currently sleeping in his crate in Jesse's office. We Layla is crate trained. We didn't even crate train her. She crate trained at the oh, so good to see everybody. Hi, everybody. Kitten Cam. There he is. There's Odin. We didn't even crate train Layla. Layla was crate trained at her foster, and it was not even, the foster even said she didn't even crate train Layla. She didn't even crate train Layla. She wound up, the dogs that live there, like the other dogs, crate train Layla. Like at bedtime, they'd all head off to bed, and Layla would be like, oh, I guess it's bedtime. And so she would head off to her crate. And so she loves her crate. It is like her safe spot. It's her den. Anyway, so she has one in Jesse's office in case he needs to crate her for whatever reason. If we have to go out of the house for a couple hours and leave her in the crate, what he'll do is he'll put puppy TV on YouTube. Like one of those videos that has like fun stuff for puppies. Oh my God, I think that's crooked, and I don't think these are removable. Oh, maybe they are removable. I don't want to test it too much. It didn't feel very removable. Anyway, so he'll put puppy TV on for her and then put her in the crate and hit her off. But she also has one in our bedroom, which is a little bigger, and that's where she sleeps at night. And anyway, so we got one of the same size crates. It's a 30-inch crate, and we got one for the kitten and put it on top of Layla's crate. Looks like a pet store in his office. Because sometimes we need to put him somewhere where he can be safe, because he wants to be around people all of the time. If we put him in the downstairs bathroom, which is kind of his home base where he stays at night, he'll start screaming at us to let him out. Unless he's hungry, then he'll eat. Then he'll start screaming at us. The crate kind of keeps him from screaming if Jesse's in there, but Jess doesn't want to have to fully supervise the kitten and Layla. They're doing great playing with each other, and the kitten is not scared of her. As a matter of fact, the kitten is very bold. He's a bold motherfucker. But the problem is that she is still so big and has no idea how big she really is. And so she sometimes has a tendency to stick his head in her mouth. And so it's important to make sure that she's supervised when she's around him still, because even though they play together just fine and he's not scared of her, she could accidentally hurt him. So having him a spot to lock him up in there is just real helpful. And that's where the kitten cam is currently, is watching him sleep in his crate. Your husband has a bone infection in his foot, Amy? Well, fingers crossed he is able to come home soon. That sounds gnarly. All of this washi tape, Katie, is from Cricket Paper Co. This is all the same washi tape that came with their Cricketmas, so I have no idea if they offer it for sale or not. But you can check their website and see if they've got it. So yeah, all of these washi tapes I'm using are from their kit, from their advent calendar that they did this last year. Hi, Michelle. Hey, David. Hey, Jane. Yeah, so I love these washi tapes. They're beautiful with the rainbow colors, and the colors all coordinating with each other. And then you've got the iridescent foil. It's so pretty. And so I am just loving using these for this week. Like, I've done rainbow weeks where every day is a different color, but this week I just want to kind of spooge rainbow all over the place because I think that would be fun. Also, I need some numbers for these guys. I don't remember if there were numbers with this or if I had to write them in. I might have to write them in. Or I can use some of these Fern Creek stickers numbers. Wait, what is the week? Do I have the right numbers? What is it? It is the week of Monday the 20th. Yes, I have the numbers. She has the numbers. I also have carrots and ranch, so if you hear me crunching, I'm going to try not to ASMR you guys too bad, but I needed a snack. And I have a question. This might sound like the most random question ever, but it's something that I've been very curious about. Am I the only one, or do any of the rest of you feel the same way as me, that cutting your own carrot sticks is much tastier? Like having like carrot sticks like this that are like cut from like a carrot, right? Like that you buy whole carrots, then you make your own carrot sticks. That they taste better than baby carrots. Now, I know that baby carrots are basically just ugly carrots, like carrots that were not pretty enough to sell as whole carrots or whatever, that have been shaped. They're not like they're grown like that. They're shaped like that, right? They're shaped into that. But I'm just curious to know, like, do you like me feel that your carrot experience is better when you're eating cut carrots as opposed to baby carrots? Like, they just taste better to me for some reason. And I've always been curious to know if that's like a placebo effect. Like, am I just seeing that they're cut and then in my mind they're more satisfying because I prepared them, or are they actually more satisfying? I don't know. It's a question that has haunted me to this day. More flavor. Yeah. No, baby carrots are totally easier, but what I have discovered is that I won't eat them. I just don't eat them because I don't like them as much. But if I cut up carrots and leave them in a container in my fridge, I will snarf them down, which is what's going on now. Although I will also say that there have been times when at like some grocery stores, they have actually had cut carrots available in bags like baby carrots. And I've bought those, and I haven't eaten those either because those ones also don't taste as good to me. And so I have to wonder, is it also this water absorbing that you guys are talking about in the comments? Like, I don't know. It seems like a silly thing to wonder about, but these are the questions, my dudes, that keep me up at night. It's the fucking carrots. It's the carrot question. Yeah, I cook with baby carrots all the time. If I'm going to make like a beef stew or something, or a pot roast in my crock pot, I am all about the easy crock pot dump lifestyle. If I'm going to cook in the crock pot, I want it to be fucking easy. And so I will dump some baby carrots into the crock pot. I will walk right past the chopping and the fucking slicing and just go straight for the dumping if I can. Because I am a firm believer that if I'm going to be trying to make something in the crock pot, then the goal is not to have to spend an hour prepping before I put stuff in the crock pot. I want to just put it in the crock pot and be done with it. I am not a fan of crock pot recipes that require me to like cook. Like if it says brown your meat before you put it in the crock pot. Yes, I know it gives you better flavor. I don't fucking bother. Unless it's like I have to like have cooked meat in the crock pot. And if that's the case, I'm not going to make that recipe. But if they want you to brown the meat for better flavor, fuck it. My family's not going to fucking notice. So I'm not going to. I refuse. So much info about carrots. Debbie, Sunny also has bento boxes and uses those to make themselves food for the next day because they'll have a higher chance of eating and like being like not like one of the issues with the avoidant restrictive eating disorder that they have is that if they're faced with too many choices or just having to make choices at all, it paralyzes them. And so we bought them some of the bento boxes and they use those the night before when they're not as invested in it because it's not what they're eating at that moment. And then they'll prep themselves lunch or breakfast in a bento box. And then it makes eating the next day so much easier on them. Because then they don't have to worry about it. The decision has already been made. And so then they just have to face like their issues with actually eating. But when you're taking the decision making out of it, it super helps them like center themselves, I suppose, is the way to put it. All right, let's put some numbers on this. Roasting rainbow carrots. I haven't done that yet. I know Trader Joe's has this pack of rainbow heirloom carrots that I have not bought, but I've been interested in, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do anything with them, and that sounds fucking delicious. So we did our first try of beer can chicken last night. Jesse actually did it. I just made waffle fries in the convection oven. But yeah, we tried beer can chicken for the first time, and it came out so fucking good. Oh my goodness. So good. We did 2 different beers to see if we could taste the difference in the beer. You know what I'm saying? And really couldn't. I don't like that. Nope. I did not like that. Maybe what we'll do is this one here. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Shit. Sheet. See if I can find something that'll satisfy me. I will never be satisfied. I will. You can go with yellow. Let's try mellow yellow. Yeah, that'll work. Not exactly what I want, but it'll do. It'll do. And then I'll use this to-do sticker from the Fern Creek stickers. There we go. Look at that. Exactly what I wanted? No. But that's okay. And then we'll use this habit tracker here. And we'll put nope. You know, I'm just going to say fuck it to this. And I'm going to write. I'm going to write on it. Let's just do that. Let's just write on it. What's that even like? What's that like? Where is my... There it is. This week and habits. There we go. I feel better now. Okay. And then we'll slap this guy here. For the Roomba schedule. Which I'm still not being excellent at following through on, but that's okay. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Alrighty. Okay, that's in. Woohoo! Okay. I'm gonna eat a carrot now. Be prepared. I'm not gonna stick my face right up in the in the microphone, but you may get a bit of carrot ASMR, but I really want one right now. And all this carrot talk. Oh my God. Making ice cubes out of beer, then putting them on a burger while you smoke it. The funny thing is the Roomba is on the same floor as the kitchen. So running it in the kitchen is actually the easiest. But we just need to because the kitchen is the highest traffic room in the house. And the pets tend to spend their most time in the kitchen and in that same level, like playing with each other. So that's where the fur builds up the most. The fur upstairs is more human fur. All right. So we got that in. I'm going to write my habits in for the week and then get my weather in for the first few days. And then we'll see what is going on from there. I hope you all are having a great week. Hot or not. You got some carrot crunching? Woohoo! One of our favorite things to do recently has actually been to get like the really nice frozen burgers from Costco, like the ones that are like part Angus, part sirloin or something, like one of the nicer Costco brand, like the Kirkland brand burgers, but like not the basic ones, but like go up. Jesse is generally kind of a snob when it comes to his burgers. He wants to make them himself and he wants to make sure they're made ginormous. And I don't actually like it that much. I prefer to have a thinner burger patty. Massive honkin' burger is just a little more than my arteries can handle. But just generally speaking, doesn't like to use frozen burgers. He prefers to make his own patties. However, what we have discovered is that the burger patties from Costco in the freezer, it's like an 18 pack or something. And I think the ones that we get are like the half sirloin, half Angus or something like that. It's one of the pricier. They're still not hella expensive for what you get. It winds up being like $1 a burger or something, but like they're, if you upgrade that burger a little bit, he'll make them straight from the freezer on the grill. If we're having a night where like I'm not feeling good enough to make dinner and we don't really have much of anything, if we have some of those in the freezer, he will make those and they always wind up coming out so well, which is not like, I'm fine with that, but like he's kind of a snob about it. So I was actually surprised when he decided that that was something he wanted to keep doing. So that has become one of our like backup dinners. You know, we keep backup food because in the freezer it's not going to, you know, go bad real fast. So it's just important. And that's, I guess, for us at least, it's one of the things that we do to help kind of mitigate, because I love to be the one to make dinner. I love to cook. And a lot of the times when I purchase stuff to make dinners, it's stuff with like specific recipes in mind or specific things. And so there are some times where I'm just feeling too shitty to cook, but we don't have a good option for Jess to step in and then help me with it, which then turns into him, needing to, us ordering takeout or something because we don't have something that's going to work for him to cook, but that, you know, so having the frozen burgers has actually been really helpful when it comes to having like an option. Okay, which one of these am I going to use? I think I'm going to use this one because I think this one is, no, I think I'm going to use this one that kind of looks like washi tape because I think it kind of goes with the rest of it. Hello weekend, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Hello weekend, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Hello my weekend, do-do-do-do. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Now you've added carrots to the grocery list. Nice. Yeah, see, Debbie, I could give Jess step-by-step instructions, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Okay. I think I'm going to take these rainbow little meal stickers from the Fern Creek situation and put them down here because that's one of the things I like about the Fern Creek kits is these little, getting 7 of these little weekend stickers or these little meal stickers to put down here. I just like it. I think it's cute and they go well with the rainbow theme. And yeah. So we're just going to do that for my dinners. Though what I've been doing lately when I meal plan is make a list in the previous week's reflections of the meals. So this is what we currently have on deck for this next week. Chicken pesto, mozzarella, dinner salads, lasagna, tilapia, and fish cakes. And the tilapia and fish cakes go together. I buy a Costco-sized pack of tilapia fillets, cook them all, then I immediately set aside like half, and like I shred them and like, or flake them or whatever it is you fucking do with fish. You know, you fucking break it into little bits, and then I put it in a container and I save that for the next night to make fish cakes because knowing my family, if I don't set aside enough to make fish cakes, then they'll eat it. Excuse me, they'll just keep eating it, and then I won't have enough to make fish cakes. And the funny thing is, my family never requests tilapia. They request fish cakes. And so the tilapia is like the first meal on the road to fish cakes. And then I pull from that when I make the meals for each night. Jesse's not a cook either, Debbie. Jesse likes to grill and he will experiment, but generally speaking, cooking is not his thing. Okay. Monday. So Jesse's taking Monday off. He actually gets Monday off. His company gives them Juneteenth off, and if it's on the weekend, and they give them that Monday off or whatever. So he has Monday off. I, however, am working tomorrow because I got shit to do. So maybe what I'll do is hallelujah. Hold on, I'm gonna get one more Chrisanne Designs binder out. Ooh. Hallelujah. Motherfucker. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. There it is. Found it. Alright, I found what I was looking for. Fucking hunting up. My office is a hot mess. I'm going to try and vlog tomorrow, and I think cleaning up my office is going to be part of it because, goddamn it, if my office is not just absolute fucking garbo right now. Okay, so I'm going to use this sticker here to put day off. And then I'm going to write J because it's actually J. J day, not my day. J day. I mean, it'll be nice. I'll be able to like take a walk and stuff with him, but J. But I need to get work done tomorrow. I understand people not liking tilapia. It has kind of a dirty taste to it, but I like it because I think it's yummy, personally. So I'm fine eating dirt. All right, so the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use this washi, this washi. So I can use all my rainbow washies from this Cricut Paper Co. If I can find the start of it. Start, there it is. Found it. Cool. Gruel. I'm gonna have that like little hallelujah in my head forever. I was actually thinking of the scene in Face Off when Nicolas Cage is being all Nicolas Cage. Hallelujah. All right. So I guess what we'll do here is grab one of these. I'll put it right here and write vlog, because my hope is to vlog tomorrow and then to get it up on Thursday. I like having my vlogs go up when I do vlog. I like having them kind of go up in closer to real time, mostly just because then I found sometimes I run into problems where I start talking about things, then like everything's off because of like filming in advance. And I'm at a great point right now where I'm usually just filming the week before, and that makes me happy. Although I need to get ahead of things before I go on vacation this summer. So yeah, the cat cam is back. He is sleeping on his bed, which is actually a little kitty like hut that he turned into a bed by laying on top of it. Okay. Tomorrow, the only thing I have besides work on my schedule is I want to go to IKEA, because I have a project in mind. So, you know, I was talking to my patrons about this. You know, the calyx, the thing that they sell, they sell them at IKEA, but they also have like Target versions or whatever, where they're like the squares kind of bookshelf, right? Where they have the squares in them. Well, apparently IKEA makes like cat houses and things like that that can go inside of one of those square things. And so Jess and I have decided that that's kind of what we want in our bedroom. We've been looking for like a particular piece of furniture to put under our TV, and we just hadn't seen anything we liked. And so we decided to go with something like that. So tomorrow, I'm going to get some work done, but then I'm also going to go to IKEA, because that way Jesse's home. So if I need him to build anything for me while I'm working, he can do that. And then otherwise, I'm going to put like a little highlight in here as well. Why not? Otherwise, it'll be fun to vlog, but it'll also be fun to get that done. That was like kind of one of my goals this month, was to kind of take care of some of like the bullshit projects. They're not bullshit. Like, they mean something to me, but they're like, they kind of defy a category as much as they're just like things that I keep thinking about that I want to take care of. And so, IKEA. I feel like the I is so tiny compared to the rest of it. Like, IKEA! Alright, so that's all I got tomorrow. And I have to go to the post office. What am I going to use? What colors am I going to use? Let's see. I think I want to grab pink. I love using pink. Pink. But I'm not going to use the fluorescent pink, I don't think. Pink, it's not red and not white. No, it's too pale. No, that's too fluoro. Is this one going to be the Goldilocks just right? No, it's too dark. Shit! Wait. Is this going to be the good one? Yeah! That's the pink we want. Is the post? Well, I just need to drop something off. It's fine. I just am dropping it off in the box. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'm gonna forget. So even if it's closed tomorrow, I can still just drop it into the. I prefer to drop things in the like the blue post office collection boxes rather than leaving them in my mailbox, because there have been, according to Nextdoor, now of course according to Nextdoor I live in a war zone, which is not the case, but like, so it feels like when you see what people say on Nextdoor, which was the same in Napa too, right? But we have had some instances of porch pirates, and it's a check I need to mail off for something, so I'd rather just drop it off there. Okay, so Tuesday I have a video going live, so we will take a purple. We'll use one of these guys here. And then I need my planner stickers. Put one right here. And then I'm walking Layla in the afternoon. Sunny has their last GED test. They have passed. There's 4 tests that you have to pass. For those of you, I didn't know this because I didn't get a GED. Though I had this dream the other night that I needed to get a GED, and I was like, wait, first I have to go back to high school, then I need to get a GED. And I was like, but why do I have to go back to high school? I graduated high school. It's a very weird dream. Anyway, so maybe what I'll do is I'll use these little dots for my Layla walks. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe the tweezers, the twizzles. Anyway, so I didn't realize that if you take the GED, the way that it works, at least the one that Sunny is taking, you have 4 tests that you have to take. 1 p.m. You have to take math, science, social studies, and English, or language arts. Yes, everyone who lives on Nextdoor in a war zone. Nextdoor. It's like Karen Network News. Shauna Marie, Juneteenth is the anniversary of when the Layla. Can I spell? Yes. It's the anniversary, I believe, of when slaves in Texas finally got the news that they were freed, because even after the Emancipation Proclamation was written, the news did not like get decimated out to the states quickly, both because of, it was like, now we have the internet, but like that wasn't the case at the time, but also because there wasn't a lot of interest for some people in letting slaves know that they were no longer slaves. So Juneteenth is the anniversary of when the final holdout, which was Texas, when those people found out that they were no longer slaves. At least, correct me if I'm wrong. That's my understanding of it. The whole reason I got on Nextdoor was both because I'm nosy. We actually, in Napa, we weren't even that big on Nextdoor, but we were in this Facebook group that was like the Napa Facebook group. And we referred to it as the Nosy Neighbor Facebook group, to find out, like, the whole reason we got on there, and we weren't the only ones. The reason we got on there was because of the fires. It was a really good way to get like information out there quickly. And the guy who ran the group had access to like a police scanner, so he would let people know shit. But like, yeah, Nextdoor here though, I swear to God, like I only go, the main reason I wanted to go on it was because I wanted someone to tell me where to get good ranch dressing. S230. So yeah, they have their last GE. The way it works, you can only take one test at a time, and you have to pass that test before you can take another one. And so they are on their last test. And then so hopefully by Tuesday, they will be done with their GED, which is exciting. And then I have a Patron live at 4:30 that day. grab this yellow. We'll call it Mellow Yellow. Hi, May. You're not very late. And the funny thing is, I think I have gotten more gossip and more like real news about our neighborhood from my neighbors than I ever have on Nextdoor. But it's good to know that Nextdoor here is the same as Nextdoor other places, because yeah, like there was a minute where I was like, did I really move to like a war zone? No? Oh, it's just Nextdoor. Okay, we're good. Because like it doesn't feel that way when I live here. Like it doesn't feel that way at all. But it starts to feel, if I like look at Nextdoor for too long, then it definitely starts to feel that way. All right. Wednesday, Jess is spending the whole day at the office. His big boss is in town. So I am just going to put the whole day in for him, which means some days he takes Layla with, like he's taking Layla with him to the office, but this week he's going to the office twice, and both times he will not be taking Layla, mostly because, for one, we don't think she's ready for a full day at the office yet. Like she's really good for like a half day at the office, but not a full day. And for one day, he's going to be there all day. So it's just not going to work. But then the other day, he is only going in for half a day, but they're doing like a beer bell that night. And because it's not like it's going to be somewhere, like it's not going to be at the office. It's going to be off site. And so it'll probably not be dog friendly. And part of the reason he wants to go in is because he wants to participate in that. So Layla and I will be living our best life here both of those days, which is fine. How long does it take before Sunny finds out if they pass the last test? Pretty quickly. Part of the reason they found out quick enough was because you can't schedule a test until you've passed a test. And since they're not going to have another test to schedule, I'm not really sure how fast they're going to find out. But it's usually within like the next day. All right. So Wednesday, aside from Jess going to the office, I'm walking Layla at 10 and at noon. I have to walk her early because I have my pottery class and she's going to be put in the crate for that. She'll be just fine though. Take her for a nice long walk and then she'll probably just, like midday, she's usually like fucking half asleep anyway. Sunny actually has a meeting that day that I want to just put on here so I know it's happening. It's like a virtual meeting, like a Zoom meeting, but still. Do I like using these little dots for Layla walks? I don't know if I like that yet. I have no idea if I like that yet, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going to use a pink one here for Layla walk 1. And then Sunny has their meeting. And we will use one of these stickers for that. Nextdoor is an app. It's like a app where you sign on to it in your neighborhood. And then you can follow not only your neighborhood, but like other neighborhoods near you. Although I will say it took me forever to like unfollow all the Napa neighborhoods. Every time I thought I had unfollowed all of them, more would pop up. And it's not that I'm not interested in what's going on in Napa. It's just like, you know, when you see something pop up about like a fire or something, and then you're like, oh shit. And then you realize you're not in the same state as that anymore. Sunny's meetings 12 to 2 p.m. and then we'll grab one of these green suckers. This is a Sky, I swear to God, I used to work with. And when he was fired. Was he fired? I think he was fired. He was like, it's okay, I'm gonna live a sucker-free lifestyle. And to this day, that's just been a running joke in our house. Sucker-free. Layla and Layla. Layla and Layla. And then we have my pottery class. Yeah, cat cam. Kitty cam. I'm sorry that your mom didn't let you take your GED. We did some research into it. Like, originally, we had asked if that was something that Sunny was interested in doing when things were really bad for them back in the fall. And they were really hopeful to finish high school out as high school. But then it finally got to a point where they're like, no, you know what? It'll actually be better for me just to do it this way. And then once they made that decision, they felt so much better. Like, it's not the same path for everyone. Like, we've made so much progress in understanding that people have different learning styles and things like that. But at the same time, there hasn't been a lot of progress made in, like, the stigma that comes from needing to take a different path than what's considered to be pottery class, than what's considered to be, like, the correct way to do things. And I'm speaking for myself here too, because, like, it took me a little bit of time to, like, really be comfortable with Sunny taking the GED. Now, I recognize, for one, that it's not about me being comfortable. I'm not the one, right? They are. But at the same time, I struggle really hard with like, rule following and doing things the quote right way, especially when it came to school. Like, when the first time one of my kids flunked a class, I didn't even know how to handle it, because I was somebody who cried if I got a B. So it was so outside of what I had even wanted, like, what I had ever really, like, contemplated could be a potential situation in my life. Does that make sense? Like, it was so far beyond what I was used to or what I expected from my kids. And both of my kids did really well in elementary school, as kids do, and then got to middle school and to high school, and shit became a lot harder for them in whatever way. Well, let me rephrase. Shit became a lot harder for one of them. The other one, it wasn't that shit got harder for them. They decided what they wanted to do and what they didn't want to do. But, like, for me, it took a lot of, like, coming to terms with the fact that just because I was one way does not mean my kids were that way. I always felt that I had done a pretty good job of separating myself from my kids, right? That I had done a fairly decent job of recognizing that my kids are not an extension of me. You know, that's something that you got to look out for as a parent, is this idea that, like, your kids are not just a do-over of you, you know? And there's a lot of people who feel that way, whether they admit it or not, especially when it comes to, like, what college their kids are going to go to or whatever, right? Like, it can be really easy to try and, like, relive your glory days through your kid, or to put a lot of expectations on them based on expectations you had for yourself. And I thought I had done a really good job of kind of, like, avoiding that, right? I had given myself a lot of credit for avoiding that. And then one of my kids flunked a class, and I realized that I had given myself more credit than I was due. Right? Like, hi, Karen. Yeah, so, like, it was hard for me to both admit to myself that I had been smug about how I was handling various aspects of my kids' lives. And then realizing that the smugness was, as smugness often is, unwarranted. So that was hard. I hate admitting when I'm wrong. Just ask Jessie. And then on top of that, having to really grapple with the fact that, like, my kids do things differently than I did. They have different priorities than I do. And just because they're different doesn't mean that they're wrong. It took me a lot of time to figure that out. And so when the GED was first brought up a while back, and this was before things were really bad. This was during the pandemic when it looked like they wouldn't even be going back to school for a while. And the kid's dad suggested that they say just do the GED if senior year is just going to be virtual anyway. Like, might as well just get out of there. And so he was like, no, I want to finish it. And I was like, yeah. And I remember my gut reaction was, oh, fuck. Like, not the GED or whatever. But then as things went on and it wasn't my choice and I didn't make the choice, but like as things went on, actually, no, I don't want to use this. Sunny's got a meeting and I need more room than that for other things. So never mind. It was kind of a rude awakening for myself that I had not really had my mindset or my head was like not in the best place when it came to certain aspects of my kids and the things that they were going through and the things that they were doing. I was looking at things from how they made me feel versus thinking about them from how the kids were feeling. And that was a major turning point for me. And it's something that the other thing it reminded me of was that Sunny has another meeting that day. I just want to be cognizant of it. Like when they take their GED, if you do it online, you have to be proctored and you're not allowed to have anybody walk into the room. And they were doing it in my bedroom in the nook because it was easier. It was less overwhelming for them to have to clear off. If you take the GED, you have to have your whole desk cleared off. And Sunny has all sorts of tchotchkes and shit all over their desk. So it was just less overwhelming for them it was less overwhelming for them to just let me handle it. So, I mean, to like do it in my room instead of having to keep clearing it off. Anyway, I didn't realize they were in there and I start banging on the door. I'm like, why is somebody locked in my room? Who thinks they get to lock themselves in my bedroom? And then I realized what was happening. And I was like, oh, fuck. Shit, I'm sorry. Like, my bad. So, anyway, point being is that, so not only was that a good reminder for myself at the time of like, Cindy, it's not about you. Don't make it about you. But as a touchstone or a reminder in the future for the same thing, right? To remind myself when I'm feeling a certain way about something my kids are doing with their lives, which if it's harmful or something heinous, then that's one thing. But like, if it's just them making a decision that I myself in a million years wouldn't have made, that doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that that's the decision that they're making. And I need to remind myself of that. If I think I love school. I see some of you guys talking about school and hating it. And I fucking loved school. I mean, what I hated was like being an outcast and being treated like shit at school. But when it came to like doing stuff at school and achieving and everything, I was such a nerd. Oh my God. I was nerdly. I was beyond nerdly, and I have no shame. I am not ashamed of how nerdly I was. I am actually quite proud of how nerdly I was. I enjoyed it with every bone of my body. I enjoyed how nerdly I was. So, no hate here. Don't hate. Appreciate. All right, I'm going to grab a day off sticker for Friday because I was taking a 3-day weekend, and I just want to make sure that the 3-day weekend is, like, noted. No, this is me, not Jessie. Jessie does not have Friday off. But that's fine because I'm going to use that day to go grocery shopping. Ooh, is the kitten awake? Sorta? Little man? Can't even hear me. He's in Jesse's office. My day off. Okay. Looking up here, I want to see. Oh shit, Sarah, that sucks. For those of you who had a hard time in school, especially if you were bullied and shit, I'm very sorry that that happened to you. I also was bullied pretty hard in high school and, well, starting in middle school. I don't really remember elementary school that much, but we moved around. So I spent my first half of elementary school going from place to place. So maybe I blocked it out. I don't know. But fucking I get so frustrated when I think about people getting bullied because it's not fun. It doesn't feel very nice. That's a very big understatement. But I don't even know how like go on to continue that, right? Like I just don't, because it was hard for me, and it's hard for me to even think about it. Like I like to think that I have moved on with my life, and I've had so much other shit happen between, high school and now. Aside from the fact that, like, I'm 42 and I graduated when I was 17. Like, both my parents died and I had 2 kids and I got divorced and married again. I married, divorced, married. Filed for bankruptcy. Like, I've done all sorts of things. That was just my 20s, was the bankruptcy and the marriage, the first marriage and the divorce. And the 2 kids, and actually in losing the parents. My 20s were a rough time, man. So, I don't know. Like, it's hard. It's hard to really think about, like, how bad it was then. Because, and this, I guess, is the piece to give, is that, like, I will never have a part of my life that is not informed by how bad my self-esteem was from being treated so shittily. Right? But at the same time, some of the most like visceral hurts at the time have mellowed over the years. So I don't know if that's something that gives any of you like a feeling of hope, of knowing that like some of the worst hurts might ease. Like I don't know if that's helpful or not, but I got other shit to think about now, and at least that's good. You got an apology, Donna? Holy shit. Part of my problem was also that like I've always been extremely socially awkward, right? Like I love to talk, obviously, and like I love to talk. I love all that. Like I love being social, but at the same time I've always kind of struggled with actually being social. Does that make sense? Like I love to be social, but I'm not always great at understanding how to be social. And so that is basically what has happened to me over the years, is that I have wanted to make friends, but I've always felt like there was something I was doing wrong. I'm just stacking these because that's going to be the Pride 5K. Whether we make it to the 5K or not, we've paid for the 5K, and I'm totally fine with that because, like, the money goes to a great cause. But depending on how we're feeling, especially me and Sunny, will be the deciding factor in what all, how all this is going to go. But hopefully we will make it, and we want to go at least visit the booths and stuff. So that's how I'm celebrating that this week, is with this little stack here. But yeah, I've always felt like, kind of like how I feel like I've missed the class on how to be a grown-up and how to like keep things clean. I also feel like I missed the class on how to like make friends and be I don't know, be like normal, I guess, is the thing I've always felt like I've missed. I've always felt like there's just something about me that's really off. And I don't know what it is. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know what I've done, what I did wrong. But it's always felt that way to me. And I've had more than, and I've always been the person, like I've always been very on edge about friendships, because they're like, I've always felt that I'm gonna get abandoned, or that my friends are gonna like walk away from me or whatever. I've always felt that my friends are going to, like, I can't rely on my friends. And unfortunately for me, I've been right about that on more than one occasion, where I've been abandoned by a friend group. And so that just has reinforced my feelings of really not understanding how social conventions work, which is maybe one of the reasons I've gravitated towards internet community. The planner community is not my first rodeo with internet community. And I've always felt more confident there because I can be myself and maybe be slightly awkward, but it doesn't matter because everybody's slightly awkward on the internet. Looking at, did I just describe you, Katie? Oh my, socially awkward social butterfly. Yes. I'm glad to see. Hi, Jen. I didn't even see you were in here. I'm glad to see that some of you can understand what I'm thinking here. Yeah, WoW people, Sarah. Although, to be fair, my WoW people, when I was playing WoW, were people I worked with. So, like, we were really annoying because we would talk about World of Warcraft and, like, our raid nights while we were working night crew, and other people on the night crew would be like, will you guys just fucking shut up, for the love of God? Please shut up. Like, I'm not even going to put anything on Sunday because I don't know what's happening on Sunday yet. Depends on how Saturday goes, but I'm taking Sunday off. So yeah, it's very easy to feel shitty about making friends when you've had experiences where you have been the disposable friend or the expendable friend, the easily, like the friend, the low hanging fruit, right? And that's what it's felt like for me, which is why for my lifetime, the friends that I have been the closest to, the people that I have been the least worried about opening up to, have been my sisters, because they can't drop me. They're fucking stuck with me. And after my parents died, we got we were always close. We fought like cats and dogs when we were in high school, but we got older, got closer. Our parents died, got even closer. That's one way to potentially pull your siblings closer together, is having your parents die, but I don't recommend it. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. Anyway. Okay, so here's my week. I really like this. I think it's really pretty. It's a little all over the place, it feels like, but that's okay. I don't mind. We'll see how it looks when it's filled in, because most of my weeks look all over the place, and then you get them filled in. I think the one thing I'm feeling kind of sad about is that I really kind of liked, I should have just divided off with some washi tape, but I kind of want to do that, because some of my days this week, I felt like I needed more room, and other days, I felt like I had too much room. So, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry your sisters dropped you guys. Yeah, I wouldn't. My sisters aren't allowed to drop me, but I'm also the bitch of the family. Like, I'll be real with you. I'm the oldest and I'm the asshole. So, I wouldn't let them. But that's because I'm overbearing and a big old jerk. But that's okay. Also, like I said, my sisters and I, we've kind of pulled real close together after my parents died. And I just, yeah, I'm very grateful for them. All right. I'm going to take off so I can go walk Layla with Jesse and get started on dinner. I really appreciate all of you. Like I said, there will not be a live plan with me next weekend because of Pride. And then following that, for the month of July, there will be videos on Sundays, but live plan with me's will kick back off again in August. If you're a patron, they will still be the same time. It's on Sundays. You'll see the calendar this week. But yeah, I'm taking some precautions in the next couple of months because of things coming up. So I'm sure you understand. Anyway, I'll talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later.